In this video, I'll show you how to take a 4-digit number from word form to standard form. We'll also cover the topic when and why we would ever need to use 0 as a placeholder, which can be a tricky idea to understand for some third graders. Just as a reminder, I have our 3 most relevant math vocab words listed to the side here. So we've got place value, which is the location of the digit in a number. We are going from word form, which is a way to write numbers by using words, to standard form, which is a number written in numerical or number form. I also have my place value house up here. That's going to help me figure out where numbers should go when I read the word form. This is not something that's required, but if your student needs a little bit more of additional help, it is very, very helpful. Also, this first step that I'm going to do is not something that most third graders need to do. However, again, if your student needs a little bit more scaffolding to understand where numbers go, you can go through, let's try the first one. We can go through and read the number word, 2,174. Now, what I can do is underline those place value words that I'm going to need. So I'm going to underline 1,000, so I know I have at least 1,000 in this number. I'm going to underline the word 100, so I know I have at least 100. I'm going to underline the word 70, but not the entire word. I'm just going to underline TY. We learned in first grade that TY equals more than one group of 10. And if you think about it, when we count by tens, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, they all end in TY when you have more than one group. If I had only one group of 10, my number would likely end in teen, except for the exceptions of 11 and 12. So TY in this case is going to stand for my tens, and then the hyphen 4 is going to stand for my ones. And really that hyphen lets us know if we have any extra ones because it would not be there if we did not. So once I have that set, I'm going to use my place value house right over here, and I'm going to add in the amounts that I have. So here I see I have 2,000, so I'm going to put a 2 in the 1,000 spots. I have 100, so 1 here. And remember, these numbers and their place value spots represent how many groups of that place value that you have. So I have 2,000s, 2 groups of 1,000, 1 group of 100. For tens, I see the word 7 in front of my TY, so I know I have 7 tens. And the hyphen, the number after the hyphen is 4. So 2,174 is my number. Now, your third graders are eventually going to be able to read the number, not have to use a place value house, not have to underline any words. But like I said before, if they are struggling with this, please use these scaffolding tools, the place value house, also underlining the words that represent each place value. So I'm going to go through the others pretty quickly here. And then if you want to do it at home with me, you're more than welcome. You can always stop the video and pause so you can do it before I get to it and then check your answer. So the next one, 5,351. So I know I hear 5,000. I'm going to put the comma there because I know 3 digits come after that. Then 300. Oops, I forgot my comma over here. I should have that. 351. Okay, so that's my number in standard form. I'm going to go down here next. 4,494. So I hear 4,000. Oops, I can write that correctly. I hear 4,000, comma, 494. That is a lot of fours. Then over here, I've got 6,524. So in each of these numbers that I've done, I have a digit that is more than 1 or more in each place value. 6,000s, 500s, 2 tens, and 4 ones. Okay. 6,646. So that's 6, comma, 6, 4, 6. 9,480. So 9,480. Now, here, this one is different than all the other ones that I've done so far. We do not see a hyphen, but we do know that ty equals more than one, or ty means more than one group of 10. And we are saying 80. So 80, if we think about that number, it has 8 groups of 10 and 0 ones. So here we have to use 0 in that one spot as a placeholder. Sometimes third graders get a little bit confused and they want to do this. Now, it doesn't happen too often when 0 is at the very end, because most times they understand that that group of 10 has no ones. But let's take a look at this next one right here. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. So we have 3,609. I'm going to go back to my underlining strategy for the place value numbers. I'm also going to clear my place value chart so that I can use that again. So 3,000, I'm going to underline that 1,000. 600. So far I know I have thousands, I know I have hundreds. But let me read this number again. 3,609. Uh-oh. It seems to me that we are missing a place value. So a lot of times what I see when it comes to this is 3,000, and they know 1,000 needs a comma after it. So we get that comma. And then 609. And so that is what I hear, or what I see, when we come to a word form number like this that is missing a place value. That is when 0 as a placeholder comes into play. Every student should know that if a number is in the thousands, it must have 4 digits. And if there is no place value in one of those 4 spaces, then we must hold that space with a 0. We cannot push numbers closer together. It just doesn't have that place value. So in this number, I notice that it has thousands, hundreds, and it even has ones, but it has no tens. And that is quite all right. We are just going to put a 0 where the tens place is. So 3,609. That way, our word form still matches our standard form. 3,609. We just don't have any tens. Next one, 1,553. We're back to having every place value represented. 1,000. We have 5 hundreds. We have 5 tens and 3 ones. Here, 8,037. This one looks a little shorter, so it's a little suspicious looking. So let's go back and highlight or underline these place value words. I have a set of thousands, and I have tens, and I even have ones. Looks like I'm missing the 100. So remember, when we write this, we still need 4 digits because it is in the thousands. We just need to put a 0 where the missing place value is. So we have 8 groups of 1,000, so that's 8,000. We have no hundred, so that's where my 0 is going to hold its place. And then 37, so that's 3 tens and 7 ones. That is how I'd write 8,037 in standard form. 7,704. 7,704. Notice, no tens. We go from hundreds straight into ones. So 0 where the tens would be, and then 4 where the ones would be. For the last two, I'd like you to pause the video, and I want you to try to figure them out on your own. Notice that we need to check to make sure we have every place value, and we need to know what to do if we do not have every place value represented. Also, we need to understand that the word for tens sometimes changes. If we have more than one group of 10, we'll see a ty at the end of a word. If we only have one group of 10, we will likely see a teen at the end of a word. But notice that that is still a group of 10 or groups of 10. Okay, good luck. I'll fill in the answers in just a minute. Okay, so if you're not done If these last two, go ahead and pause the video right now because I'm going to fill in the answers. Then you can unpause when you're ready to check. So this first one is 6,902. So I see 6 in my thousands place. I see 9 in my hundreds place. Then I just see 2. So I know that I have a group of ones, but not tens. So tens, I'm going to put a 0, and ones, I'm going to put a 2. And that's how I'd write 6,902. The last one, 9,913. Here, this is the first time we're using a teen number. We can still go through and underline our place values. So I see I have thousands, I see I have hundreds, and I see I also have a 10. But that's only one 10. This is a little trickier if you're not sure what that teen means. But I'm only highlighting 3 different place values, but we actually have numbers representing all 4 because 13 is one group of 10 and 3 extra ones. So we do, in the word 13, we have our tens and our ones. So 9,000, that's 9 groups of 1,000, 9 groups of 100, 13, and I'm just going to write one group of 10 and 3 extra ones, just like I would write the normal 13. Okay, so hopefully this helped you understand more from word form to expanded form. This was kind of a long video, so if you got all the way to the end, good for you. If not, it's okay, you can skip through and just listen to what you need. All right, hopefully it helped. Thanks for watching. Bye.